everybody, welcome back around to the Blog and Grill. I'm your host Doug here, your video blog for October 31st, 2013. Happy Halloween to everybody. NBA has started up and we have some storylines there. The Red Sox are world champions. We'll take a look at my Heisman top 3 as well, but first I want to get to the NFL Week 8 awards. My Fantasy Player of the Week has to be Calvin Johnson. 55 fantasy points. That is a season high in the fantasy ranks. My Offensive Player of the Week is going to be Drew Brees, 332 yards and 5 touchdowns in the Saints win over the Bills. And the Defensive Player of the Week is going to be Vontaze Burfict, 11 tackles. He now leads the NFL with 85 tackles through the first 8 weeks in the NFL, and his team beat the Bengals beat the Jets 49-9. So that's my look at NFL Week 8 awards. Now I want to get into my Heisman top 3 right now. My Heisman top 3 is the same as it was, just a little bit of a shift. I got Marcus Mariota still in at number 3, the sophomore quarterback from Oregon. The junior quarterback from Texas A&M, Johnny Manziel, drops to number 2, and Jameis Winston is just on a roll right now. He's blowing teams out. He's playing like a true Heisman candidate, and if he can win this weekend in stunning fashion, I think it's his race to lose for sure. He is the best player in college football and a very exciting player to watch as well at this point. Alright, now on to the World Series. The Red Sox have won the World Series in 6 games. Last night they won it 6-1. John Lackey, very, very impressive in his start last night. We also saw David Ortiz batting .688 in his stunning performance as well. Let's take a look first at David Ortiz's numbers. Last night, Ortiz, no hits, had walked 4 times. He got walked quite a bit. He did strike out once for the series. .688, his slugging 1.188, and his on base was .760. Just ridiculous. I've heard people talking about possibility of steroid use. I think that has to be a real thought at this point. Big Papi has never been known to be he's a good guy. People like him, but I think there's got to be suspicion. He's almost 38 years old. He was getting around on 96-mile-an-hour fastballs, and that just doesn't happen. John Lackey, 6 2/3, 9 hits, 1 earned, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts through 105 pitches. Was just very, very good. And on the other side of the ball, Michael Wacha, I mean, nothing to be ashamed of with this guy. This guy finishes his postseason at 4-1, a little bit higher of an ERA than he came in with. Very impressive pitcher throughout the playoffs. Last night, 3 2/3, 5 hits, 6 earned, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. Struggled really to throw the ball over the plate. Some of those were against Big Papi, where he did not want to get burned. Of course, he gave up the big 4th inning home run to Steven Drew, but really Michael Wacha pitched great in the playoffs, put the Cardinals in a spot to win the series, and the Cardinal bats quieted down. Red Sox pitching came on strong, and they really struggled. Great series, good ratings. Finished off with about a 10.1 average rating, not bad for them. And going forward, I think the better team has to be looked at as the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals will keep most of their players. Their big free agent is Beltran. Might re-sign him, might not need to with some of these young guys coming up for sure. But they got good young pitching, good young players. They got more prospects down in the minors for sure. And with the Red Sox, they could lose some of these guys. Jacoby Ellsbury will be a free agent. Steven Drew will be a free agent. I bet they'll probably not bring back either one of those guys. Probably Bogarts will be your future shortstop. Middlebrooks looks like he can get it done at third. Good enough. David Ross could also be on the move as well. So that's some stuff to look at there. Their pitching staff could pretty much stay intact besides Jake Peavy, who's a free agent. But we'll see what happens going forward. But I think going forward, the Cardinals are the better team moving forward with the roster they have at this point. Already we have World Series favorites, and the World Series favorite for next year is the Los Angeles Dodgers, coming in at a 5-1 favorite. So that's a wrap on Major League Baseball. We'll be talking hot stove for sure coming up in the next couple weeks, and it's going to be exciting stuff. There's a lot of exciting stuff that's going to be going on in Major League Baseball. Alright, time to get to Wednesday night hoops. Last night in the NBA, we saw some stellar performances. The first one I want to talk about is what Michael Carter-Williams, the former Syracuse point guard, did to the Miami Heat last night. Listen to this stat line. In the Philadelphia 76ers opening game win over the Heat, 114 to 110. Michael Carter Williams, let's check out his numbers. 36 minutes, he was 6 of 10 from the field. Okay, that's good. 6 of 8 from the free throw line. He hit 4 of 6 from 3. 22 points, 7 rebounds, 12 assists, 9 steals, and 1 turnover. Just an amazing performance by him. Some people question his shooting coming out of college. I think he really played well. We saw Dwayne Wade sit with some knee soreness. I think we'll see that more often on the back-to-back this year for sure. But Michael Carter Williams played his heart out tonight. He's going to be an exciting player to watch. He's a 6'4" point guard who can spread the floor, plays good defense, and can get it done. So he's an exciting player to watch for sure. The other big debut last night was the Houston Rockets. We saw Dwight Howard make his Rockets debut. Rockets beating the Bobcats 96-83. Dwight Howard, his stat line, impressive as well in 35 minutes, which is good for him. 17 points, 26 rebounds. He did turn it over 4 times, went 1 of 4 from the free throw line, but he played great. They played a very good game. He got up and down the floor well, moved the ball well, and this team is very good, and they played some good defense last night too. We don't know Houston a lot for its defense, but they played well. James Harden still got 21 points in 37 minutes, so they're evening out their touches. Howard's getting his rebounds, and they're playing very well. Another game last night, Klay Thompson lighting up the Lakers. The Lakers on the second day of a back-to-back, which is going to be a struggle for them, I believe, all year long. They got absolutely destroyed by the Warriors, 125-94. Klay Thompson, 38 points, a very impressive game by him. 5 of 7 from 3, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. He only played 31 minutes, and he was extremely impressive. Steph Curry, just 10 points. Wasn't great. Struggled to shoot the ball. 2 of 5 from deep, 4 times in the field, but he didn't have to shoot with Klay Thompson going off like he did. That was a very impressive performance. All right, now let's get to the other winners last night. Knicks over the Bucks. Surpriser here, Cavaliers over the Nets. Toronto over Boston in the first game of the Bradley Stevens era. Detroit over the Wizards. Minnesota over Orlando in overtime. Indy takes down the Pelicans. Dallas, Monte Ellis had a big game. They take down the Hawks. Spurs over the Grizzlies. OKC behind Durant's 42 over the Jazz. Suns over the Trailblazers. And Sacramento takes down the Nuggets 90-88. So good night to NBA. We'll be talking more NBA as well all throughout the week. We got 2 games tonight. We got the Warriors and the Clippers at 10:30, and we got the Knicks and the Bulls at 8 o'clock. So that should be some good games to watch tonight. Alright, so tomorrow I'll be back. We'll be picking the top 3 college games. I'll give you my upset alert, and I'll also pick 3 pro games as well. We'll also go inside the Syracuse basketball team as they open up tomorrow night in a scrimmage with Holy Family. 2 NBA games tonight. We'll talk about those. We'll also talk NASCAR at Texas, as there's just 3 races to go in the chase. Matt Kenseth, Jimmy Johnson tied at the top. Jeff Gordon, my man, making a run late. Just 27 back with 3 to go. Thanks for tuning in to the Blog and Grill. Follow me on Twitter at YankeeBaller415. Comment, questions, subscribe to my page. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good Thursday, and happy Halloween.